Hey people, how's it going? Um, the this video, the first part of it, or the only thing I have ready in my mind is to respond to, I forget who it is, I'm sorry, but um, one of you folks from the BC had asked me a long time ago about who are my favorite artists from Asia. I forgot, and then when I showed the bowl, they asked again, we'd love it if you'd show some of your favorite artists from Asia. Well, I've kept avoiding it because it's like, boy, I really would need to do some studying of my own collection. So I did a little bit, but mostly what I have to show is on CD. Now, I also had to look up because I forget, is Japan part of Asia? And it is. And so the easy answer is the YMO family, Japan, the Japanese family of electronic musicians that is centered around Hiromi Hosono, Ryuichi Sakamoto, and Yukihiro Takahashi. I've been following them deeply for years and just love really what they do. But Asia is a large continent, and uh, boy, even what I found, it's like there's so much more. I have a lot more on CD than I do on record, so I just want to show a couple things. Now, I also have a request of you. Would you mind showing me, or what your favorites are? And maybe I'm getting a sense that perhaps you might have some knowledge that I would appreciate, could learn from. So if you'd be willing to share some of your favorite Asian artists, I'd love that too. So some CDs that I pulled to talk about that I have, some I've listened to recently and some I have not. This one I did recently, Sanko Namchilak. I believe this woman is a monk. I think she's a Buddhist monk with an amazing voice. And what they've done is this Michael Brook or Daniel Lanois, but someone has kind of put some of her music to contemporary backing tracks, and this is really good. Neil Rothenberg is on here. Looking for some other names. Produced by Roberto Colombo. It's on NSI Records. Don't really know much about the background of this, except I have something else by her I was looking for. I can't find it just yet. An artist that I'm going to go see again this weekend. I went to a show last night, which I may get to in this video, I may not. I'm digging retirement, people. But another Japanese percussionist who is incredible, and I'm wondering right away if some of you folks that are more into the more esoteric stuff, like Christopher and people like that, and even the percussionist Craig, do you know of this man? His name is Tatsuya Nakatani. He's primarily a percussionist. I've seen him play live, and what I saw him do with cymbals and broken pieces of pottery blew my mind. He's playing here again this Saturday night with it's the Gong Orchestra, some kind of gong, literally gong orchestra. I'm excited. But this is another Japanese Asian artist that is just amazing. Tatsuya Nakatani. It's fantastic. If he has anything on vinyl this weekend, even in my current limited state of money, and I'm getting it. Tatsuya Nakatani. I have some other things I need to listen to. This I bought from him personally. Doesn't even have a cover. And this one is another one I bought from him that you really can't see it. Well, yeah, you can barely. There is something barely printed on there. I'm going to pop it open and see. I had talked about Eli Kessler. He's another percussionist who primarily does cymbals, and Nakatani does a lot with cymbals as well, but not just cymbals. And this, there's really not much to show, but this is another one of his CDs that I bought. Just, I love stuff like this, you know, just really simple and yet very, very artistic. Okay. We've talked about, you've heard people talk, and I've talked about Sheila Chandra. She was in the band Monsoon. You know, away kind of almost crossed over and became real popular. But I loved Sheila Chandra, and so here's some of her CDs. And I just have to wear my glasses because I can't see shit. This sentence is true. This sentence is true with the Ganges Orchestra. That's some good stuff for me to leave out and listen to. Here's another one of hers called The Zen Kiss. Yes, this one, I'm more familiar with this one than the others on the Real World label. Here's one, Roots and Wings, the indie pop recordings. This is back when she was in Monsoon or before. Sheila Chandra. Excellent. Now this man, Hassan Hakmoun and Zahar, I can't remember where this is from. Morocco. This is from Morocco. This is, I haven't played this in a long time. This is excellent. Hassan Hakmoun and Zahar. I haven't played this in a while, but I remember this as being very, very, very good. A few years ago, I had the great pleasure of seeing Zakir Hussain in concert. I have his... Okay, let me see if I can just grab Hussain real quick so I can show some vinyl. I have this one. I know I have... Okay, Shankar is the one I have more. I've got more of Shankar's albums on vinyl, but here's a Zakir Hussain album with... John McLaughlin and Jan Garbrick and Hariprasad Chaurasia making music on ECM. What I was about to say is that I had the great pleasure of seeing Zakir Hussain play live a few years ago and meet him and hang out with him. You know, a wonderful cat. But he did his own performance, but he also accompanied Pandit Shivkumar Sharma, and Zakir Hussain is also on here. And this man is it the sarod? I forget the instrument he's a master of, but I saw them play live, and it was just wonderful. There were some times watching Zakir Hussain, watching his fingers and his playing and his concentration, it seemed superhuman. I was watching it, but it was like, this almost doesn't look like it can really be happening. Such dexterity. And the way he would break up into just really like micro beats. He'd just take the beat and break it up. It was amazing. I wish I had vinyl, more Asian vinyl. Of course, I'm going to mention Ravi Shankar, of course, you know. And here's Passages, the one he did with Philip Glass. Really like this. Here's another one. Homage to Mahatma Gandhi by Ravi Shankar. One of the best ways to experience raga, in my opinion, is live. And anytime I have ever experienced live Indian music being played by whoever, you know, masters or just some folks at the local temple, because I used to go to the local temple, it's trance-inducing. I love it. There's just something about the sound of the sarod, I like that a lot, and it's more than liking it. It's kind of like the Tibetan singing bowl, which I showed the other day, yesterday. It's a vibration. you know, and certain vibrations, they just resonate with you. You don't have nothing to say about it. I'd also like to share that I bought that bowl about 18 years ago, but even then when I bought it, it cost me almost $300. Those things aren't cheap, okay? Here's Shankar album on CD, Soul Searcher, on Axiom, and I just need to listen to this because I can't remember what this is like. Once again, the luxury of this time, I can get back to some of this stuff. And the last thing I pulled, although there's more, I just couldn't find it this morning. Talvin Singh. Okay, I know he's got other records, but this is the only one I have on CD. I wish I could. I saw one of his albums once on vinyl. I didn't have the money. It was not cheap. Talvin Singh is fantastic. I saw him with Susie and the Banshees. He was in the band when they played Lollapalooza. When they did Kiss Them For Me, it's got that tabla thing in it. And they gave him a solo. They let it go for quite a long time. And it was so psychedelic. So psychedelic. So, those are some Asian artists that I can pull up to show you right quick, friend. And like I said, I would love it if you would share some of the Asian artists that you know. Some other thoughts, you know, I'll just keep going until I can't keep going with new thoughts. But I went out yesterday was a great day. I had 2 good rehearsals. Next Saturday, a week from Saturday, is the show with Rick Agnew up in Sioux City. My understanding is that the event is being filmed, not videotaped, but being filmed. So at some point, there should be a document that I can point you all to see this show that I'm about to play with Rick Agnew, as well as Cheetah Chrome of the original Dead Boys. Really excited about this. But I also rehearsed with Jewel Beast last night. I can't play any of that music for you yet, but I am so excited. Jewel Beast, a very, very good reference point for what we sound like is Fever Ray. If you know what Fever Ray sounds like, that's a good touch point for what you're going to hear from Jewel Beast. Something else. I hung out with Nick while he was editing the Icky Blossoms video for Babes, or Babe, which will be out, I think, in a week. The boy's badass. Now, I'll be honest. I thought that his video for the Bright Eyes song from the People's Key, I didn't care for that. I honestly didn't. You know, this video he's finishing up for Icky Blossoms is fantastic. It's ready for major markets, and I hope to see it. I hope to see it a lot. It's great. But I also went out last night, and let's see if I could just find that real quick to show you, because I went to see the band Yuppies. And, oh, shit. Where are these records at? Sorry. But Kevin, who plays drums in Indrima, is also in the band Yuppies, and they were awesome last night. Punk. It was a glorious mess of music. But what was interesting is I don't go out much, so half the people that talk to me, I don't know who they are. You know, some are friends and many are fans, and I guess I'm one of the things that people are talking about in Omaha in the music community. The fact that I quit my job, everyone knows. People I have no idea who they were coming up to me and congratulating me and offering me their support and just saying how brave and they wish they could do it. It was really something, you know. Another thing I'll say again is whenever I leave the house, I can drive down the street and can almost literally tell you every person that we see. And that's almost any part of town, including the so-called rich part, because I've had a lot of rich clients too. But I guess when I see it, it's like, do I feel like I've abandoned these people? Absolutely not. And am I sorry? Boy, no, not at all. No. The other thing I want to say is, you know, because I'm just kind of reaching for my thoughts, is I'm just really, really realizing that the main thing that we deal with in life is this struggle to deal with economics, which has nothing to do with this is my opinion, but I think I'm right, struggling to pay the bills, and the way that man has chosen to live based on economics has nothing to do with what life is about. Just really understanding that more and more every day informs my opinion that there is no authority on this planet. There is no man on this planet that I need to trust more than my own mind about things. There is no one here who has some kind of secret about things. We're just bumbling along like a bunch of fucking idiots. And the fact that we got stuck on stupid about the money and the gold and economics, which, you know, it's brilliant on one level, but we just, you know, we haven't thought it through. You know, our so-called leaders don't think it through. You know, and I see it. And so this idea that we have, you know, experts and men who really know things and really know the way of the world and how things should go is a damn lie. If there is such a person, I'm one of them. I'm arrogant enough. That's where I'm at. I turn on the radio and listen to talk radio and have to turn it off. Turn on the TV, I have to turn it off. Everything seems mad to me. Mad. The focus. It's like we've lost the plot. The things that society is focused on has nothing to do with the beauty and the reality of being a living organism. I'm going to cherish these moments that I have, like right now, this moment that I'm talking to you, where I feel so good and calm. I'm cherishing these moments because I know that there will come a point in the future, maybe, you know, that where I'll have to struggle to deal with the economics, to keep this, you know, to pay these bills. But that's all it is. There's no honor in it. There's nothing more to it than I have to struggle to pay this bill. It has nothing to do with the beauty of what life is about. And so I'm really thankful to have the luxury of being able to live in this moment and just enjoy this freedom of being alive. Not struggling and thinking about money and whether or not I'm going to be able to pay or whether or not I have insurance. That has nothing to do with what life is about. I say that people who try to tell you otherwise are fools. If you feel like I just called you a fool, I guess I did. I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying I've felt like a fool all this time. I remember when I was young, in my 20s, just starting to learn how to pay my bills. I felt good about it. It felt like I was doing something good for society. I was playing my role. And the older I get, finding out that I was just being chumped. And here I am down here struggling to pay the piper while he's pissing it away and fucking everyone in the ass while doing it. Literally, I know so much, people, from my work and from my travels and just my life. The world's leaders and the world's suits and the people who claim to know what they're talking about, they're all fucking liars. They're just the grossest, most low-down motherfuckers. All of them, including Obama. All of them. It just came out, people. It just came out. If you're still with me, I wanted to show one more Asian artist that I think is fantastic, who I found. I'm pretty sure they're from Japan. KK No, I think, correct me, Cosmic Engine. I was talking about this a while back. Fantastic electronics. Kind of, ooh. You know, I love to hear your thoughts, people. Have a good one.